Welcome back to the MB Makes knitting channel. My name's Melissa and I'm the maker behind MB Makes. You can find me here on YouTube as well as on Ravelry and Instagram as MB Makes. Today I'm back with a regular podcast episode. It's been about 6 weeks since I filmed my last one at the beginning of June, right before I left on holiday. And yeah, it's been quite a busy few weeks at work, but I have been also knitting a lot. So yeah, I will share with you today what I have been working on. These past few weeks, I have 1.5 finished objects, then some whips that you have seen before that I made progress on, and 1 new cast on. And then I also at the end have quite a few acquisitions again. I talked about going on a bit of a yarn ban, but yeah, that didn't happen. There was a sale and I found some other beautiful yarns that I really wanted to try out. So I bought them. And then there was also the Mindful Creators Summer Tonals collection that launched. So I needed to have some of that as well. But yeah, that's for the end of this video if that is not your cup of tea. But yeah, let's maybe first talk about the elephant in the room. I am wearing my finished Soufflé. Finally, after 2 years on the needles, this has been finished. I will stand up so you can see. So it has a nice folded hem at the bottom. The length is just perfect. It has this gorgeous ruffle that was a beast to knit, but yeah, it's worth it. It's so gorgeous. Some nice puffy short sleeves, and then a more sheer part at the top here. This is knit using Laine yarn's lace. This is all I have left of the yarn. I bought 5 skeins, like it was recommended in the pattern for my size. This is also the yarn that Laura used for her sample, but in another color. And I really enjoyed working with it. It was a bit more pricey, but it does have more yardage on here than another mohair. And yeah, it's really soft. I'm wearing this next to skin. I'm only wearing a bra underneath, no top or anything. And yeah, it's fine to wear just like that. Although it's summer, these last few weeks have been quite cold here in Belgium and a lot of rain. So it's okay to wear this. No issues there. So yeah, I'm happy I finally finished this and now I can start wearing it. I have not blocked this one yet. I'm not sure if I will because I do like the fit. And yeah, it's all nice and even, I think, and I don't want to mess with the ruffle, so maybe I will just give this a steam block. We'll see. I will probably have to wash this eventually, but for now I think I'll just wear it like this. I also still have to weave in my ends a bit more, but they're not visible. Like this, and I also have a little button that I still need to sew. So this is the button I'm going for. It has this, how can you see? So this kind of button that I had in my random button stash, and I think it will be nice for this color. And it goes at the back at the keyhole. For now I'm just holding the keyhole together with a little clip. But yeah, this is finally off the needles. It's not that it was that much knitting that it took to me, that it took 2 years. I started it and then I put it to the side for a pretty long time, picked it up again a bit, until I almost split for sleeves, I think. But then again put it to the side for a long while, until this spring when I picked it up and was really set on finishing this year. So yeah, that's what I did. It's not very difficult, I'd say. The only part that I hadn't done before was a folded hem. That's on the sleeves and at the bottom, like I showed. I have done a ruffle before on some socks, so that was not new to me. But yeah, it's not a very difficult pattern. It's very well written, as is, usual for Laura's patterns. I've knit her patterns before for some socks and some accessories, but this was the first garment I knit. And I'm absolutely in love. So yeah, that's my main finished object of this podcast episode. And then I have one half finished object because I finished one sock. And this is my Tiptoe Through the Tulip sock by Stone Knits from her Charming Colorwork Socks book. And yeah, last time I was already past the heel, so I finished the foot and the toe. Because I wanted to knit her new pattern, it motivated me to finish this one. I know I still have to knit the second one too, but I wanted to knit her other pattern first. Since tulip season is over already, there's no real rush in finishing these. But I will cast on the second sock of this when I finish the other pair of socks that I cast on, and I will show you in a minute. So yeah, I love her patterns. I've knit a few of her patterns already, and yeah, they are very clear and just such pretty designs. She also only last week I think announced, or this week, very recently announced her second book that will be coming out at the end of this year. And I just treated myself and I pre-ordered the book on Amazon. Because yeah, I just really love her designs and I love knitting colorwork socks. They are actually quite fast to knit and very addictive with the beautiful colorwork. But I had just put this sock to the side to work on other projects. But you will see on my new sock that it goes pretty fast. So yeah, you will see this one again at a later time when I need the second one. I also still have to block this because it's bunching up a bit. But I tried on and it fits, so that's always good. Now let's go into my whips, and yeah, we'll start with my new cast on because I'm talking about Stone Knits anyway. This is her newest release, which is the Jellyfish sock set, I believe. And these are just some cute jellyfish. I'm knitting this with yarn from Stash. The blue is Ginger and Thyme hand-dyed yarn from last year. And this pink color is Artemis yarns, also from last year. So yeah, this is a Stash project, which is great. And I'm loving the color combination, loving the color work. It's so fun to knit these little jellyfish. I'm ready to put in the heel now. And then I can continue on knitting some more jellyfish for the foot. Yeah, I only cast these on last weekend? No, 2 weeks ago, but I only worked on them during the weekend. And yeah, they're just so fun to knit. But since I'm working with short circulars here on 2.5 millimeter, I can't knit for long periods of time on this because they hurt my hand a little bit. But yeah, they're just so fun to knit. Then the next work in progress is my testknit for the Creabea. And I'm knitting the Lunan tee, and yeah, it's working up pretty well. I showed just a tiny bit in my last podcast because I just had guests on and I was taking this on holiday with me to work on. And this is what I have now. Almost a full t-shirt already. So this is the neckline. I already have one sleeve. And I'm just finished with the second skein of yarn. So now I will knit the other sleeve and then continue on the body until my preferred length. So yeah, this armhole actually looks massive. I was a bit scared when I had just split for sleeves that the armholes would be too big. So I decided to put in one of the sleeves already, but it turned out perfectly. It's just fine. I tried it on and yeah, it fits really nice. I did a nice sewn bind off. And I also already put in the neckline because you also do that separately. And you have a nice detailing here at the back, which I really like. This t-shirt is knit in 3x1 rib, which is pretty engaging to knit. But yeah, I still have to look and focus a little bit more than if I were to just knit stockinette. But yeah, it's working up pretty nicely. And I'm knitting this up in Bamboo by Veritas. And this is a 100 gram skein, which runs for 250 meters. And yeah, up until now I only used 2 skeins. So 200 grams. And I think I might be able to finish with just the third skein. I do have more if I need to. Because the recommended yardage was pretty high for this t-shirt. And I forgot to say, I'm knitting the DK weight version. There's also a fingering weight version of the pattern. Or there will be a fingering weight version when the pattern is released. And there's also a polo neck version of both DK and fingering. Which is also really lovely. I might knit that one later. But yeah, I am just knitting the round neck version, which will be a pretty nice t-shirt to wear to work. The bamboo is lovely to work with. It's a 60% bamboo and 40% cotton blend. And yeah, it's nice to knit with. It feels pretty soft. I don't think it will be too heavy to wear, and it's not too thick of a fabric as well, so that's nice for summer. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this for now. You will definitely see this as a finished object in my next podcast episode, because the deadline is in a week and a half, I think. So later today I will start on the second sleeve and hopefully finish that one this weekend, so that next week I can just finish off the body and wash and block it before the deadline. And then I will have a nice summer t-shirt to wear. Hopefully the weather will get a bit better so that I can actually wear this. Oh, and this whip is in my new project bag that I got from Soufflé. There's a store pretty close to where I work, and so I like to go in there sometimes, and they had some new bags. I already had a green one that also has a whip in it at the moment, but I'm not really working on that one. It has some nice pockets inside. So yeah, and it stands up nicely. So yeah, it's a great project bag and it can comfortably fit a t-shirt. Then another summer knit that I have on my needles is this one. This is my Gabriella Tee by Adorable Knits. And this is a fingering weight pattern, so it will take a while to finish this. But I really want to have this in my wardrobe. I'm knitting this in the prettiest purple yarn. This is Handdyed yarn by Through the Wardrobe Yarn Co. And this is from her Bridgerton collection. This color is called I Burn For You. And I think, yeah, the pattern is a perfect match for a Bridgerton inspired t-shirt with the beautiful lace on the sleeves but simple stockinette for the body. Last time I was still working on one of the shoulder parts, but now, yeah, you can't really see, but I've connected in the round, so now I'm working raglan increases until I reach the desired yoke depth, and then I will split for sleeves. But since, yeah, my main focus is now to finish my test knit first, and then I can give this one some more attention. And then the last whip I have, you also have seen before, it's my Lento sweater. And I've made a bit more progress on the body. I think it's turning out pretty nice. This is knit in hand-dyed yarn by the Mindful Creators. I'm using the Suri base. This is from her fall collection. So this is the Suri, and then I'm holding it with a strand of Woolyknit merino cone. And together these two create this lovely fabric. I am alternating skeins. Well, I started alternating skeins after the short rows. So now I will finish the body first. I have 3 skeins of the hand-dyed and I'm working with 2 skeins for the body. But I think I decided I will just knit the sleeves with the 3rd skein that I have. Since this is a smaller circumference, I think it should be fine and I will hopefully have no pooling. But also since this is quite a loose gauge, I think it won't be very noticeable if it pulls a little bit. We'll have to see. I might regret it. But I don't really want to alternate skeins for sleeves. Yeah. But this is turning out lovely. And with the weather we're having, this could be a perfect sweater to wear right now. But yeah, this definitely should be finished for the fall. I think it would be a great piece to wear in the fall. Yeah, I love it. So, we flew through my whips, but yeah, I'm currently not working on a lot of whips actively. I do have a few more whips that are hibernating at the moment that I will probably pick up back in the fall, or when I finish one of these whips. So yeah, now we can go into acquisitions. If that's not your thing, then yeah, I wish you a happy knitting. And if you want to see what I got, let's get started. The first thing I have here is from Ginger and Thyme. It's a really lovely Belgian yarn store. She has a web shop which you can order from online. And I bought some hand-dyed sock yarn. I don't have a specific project yet in mind for this, but I do have quite a few of her other colors from previous years. So yeah, this will be lovely to add to my yarn stash, and I might use this in some future colorwork socks maybe. And then I also got the same yarn base but in the undyed. The undyed skein. I will either use this just as is, as a contrast for other socks, or I might get creative this summer and try and dye this one myself, either with natural products, or I will maybe buy a little bit of yarn dye. We'll see about that. But for now it will just go into my stash. And then I also got these two cute stitch stoppers. You might have seen on all my project I'm using stitch stoppers, and I think they all come from Ginger and Thyme. She has a really nice selection, and I do have these already in different colors. They're the tulip ones, but yeah, they were great and they look lovely. I need them in all the colors. Then we'll stick with the hand-dyed yarn. I obviously had to order some of the Mindful Creators' new collection, which was the Summer Tonals collection. And she had a lovely selection of colors. I got 5 skeins. I bought the undyed of the lovely linen base, which was a new base for summer, and I want to try it out. This is called Morning Oats. It's just the undyed yarn, which is 80% non-superwash merino and 20% linen blend. 100 grams is 400 meters. So yeah, this beautiful undyed skein. And then I also bought 2 skeins of the pistachio cream colorway. Also on the lovely linen. There's just a slight difference between these two. It's very lightly dyed, but there is a difference. You can see it better in real life. So yeah, the pistachio cream I got 2, and then I also got 2 again on lovely linen, and this is called Wisteria Breeze, and it's just a gorgeous purple, and I think they work really nice together. The green, is kind of a more neutral toned green, and then with the purple, they're my 2 favorite colors, so I thought they looked nice together. And I don't have a specific pattern in mind for this yet, but I'm thinking about knitting a striped t-shirt. Maybe holding the yarn double, because I'm not really feeling like knitting another fingering weight t-shirt this summer. And I really want to work with these beautiful yarns. But I'm not sure if I will have enough if I hold it double to knit a t-shirt. I might add in the neutral as another stripy color and knit with 3 different colored stripes. I'm not sure yet, we'll see. I have to look for a pattern and then I can check yardage. But yeah, the linen is really lovely, it feels nice. And I'm very excited to work with this. And then I'm also already looking into fall knitting and winter knitting for the end of this year, because there was a sale at a Belgian yarn store, Julia Yarns. It's a store in Antwerp, and I was going to Antwerp with my boyfriend at the beginning of June. After our holiday, we went for a day to go to the cat cafe, so I could knit a bit on my Lunan tea there, and yeah, have some nice lunch. And then we also visited the yarn store where I had placed an order. So we went to pick up the yarn that I ordered on sale. And the yarn I got is for a winter project, and yeah, it was on sale and it's yarn that I really love. I got some more Derirum Natura Gilead. It is a more pricey yarn, but they are big skeins and you don't need a lot of them. And yeah, they're just so lovely to work with, to wear. It's an Aran weight yarn, I think. And what I'm planning to knit with this is the Lume sweater or Lume pullover by Suri Nordland. I have 5 skeins of the pink, so this will be my main color. It's called Bois de Rose, so this one. And then for the contrast color, I'm going with Biche, which is kind of a beige color. Yeah, I think they have enough contrast, but it's not too classic. It's a bit, yeah, more colorful with the pink. Yeah, I think this will be a lovely sweater once it's finished. And yeah, I already love working with the yarn. It will be my first colorwork sweater, which I'm looking forward to. I've seen quite a few knitters on Instagram and YouTube make this sweater, and I really want one for myself. And then the last yarn I bought the last few weeks is inspired by the bamboo yarn that I got from Veritas for my Lunan tea. I was looking into other brands who sold a similar yarn, because the colors were pretty limited from Veritas, but I really love working with it. I don't know how it will wear, we'll see about that, but yeah, it's a nice summer yarn, I think. So I wanted some other colors, and on the website of, I think it was Wolplan, a Dutch yarn store, I found by this brand Stylecraft. They have a bamboo and cotton blend yarn with the exact same yardage, exact same blend. So I think, yeah, even the form of the skein is the same. So I think, yeah, they're just interchangeable. And I got this pretty green color. It's a bit of an olivey green. I got 4 skeins of this to make another summer t-shirt. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. But yeah, I really love this green. And then I also got this darker purple burgundy color, which I think will, yeah, also suit me very well. Also got 4 skeins of that. So another t-shirt quantity. So yeah, that's it for Aqcuisitions. I won't say I'm not buying yarn in the coming month because I probably will buy more yarn. But I'm being a lot more conscious with buying yarn because I always now try to have a specific project in mind. Yeah. I do know I want to knit a t-shirt with those, so I bought a t-shirt quantity and not just one random skein, which I did do in the past. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode and I will see you in the next one. Bye!